Hello, hello. I hope everyone's doing well. I am slowly losing my voice. Oop. One day I will learn to turn those down, but it was not today. I hope everyone's doing well. Like I said, I am slowly losing my voice, but it's Saturday night. I hope everyone's doing well, and I'm going to be making a fuzzy coat tonight. Hello. Hi, Pam. Hello. Joy, thank you so much for being here. Kilroy, I saw you earlier. Happy Maker, welcome, welcome. Yay. Hello, hello. So behind me, I have the beginning of a fuzzy coat. I'm going to hop into it in a second, but first I want to say hello to everybody. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you're having a great Saturday night. If you wonder why I'm sounding a bit croakier than usual, it's because I talk too much and I am losing my voice. But that's the plight of a loudmouth, and it happens. I'm more at the squeaky point. I'm not at that, the Batman point. Yay, hello, hello. Tie-dye fuzzy is your middle name. So I actually have a great story about that. I actually found a really decent price. I was shocked because when I went downtown, um, I was shocked at the price that they wanted for something like this. In downtown Los Angeles, this exact fabric was $50 a yard. Hey Mo, how's it going? Great to see you. Great to see you. Awesome. Awesome. That's nature telling you to shut the fuck up. It happens often, and nature can't stop me. Oh, I'm doing my Batman voice early. It's too early for that. Yay! Hello, hello. Awesome. It's still summer. Apparently, here in Southern California, we haven't got the memo yet. It was 90 degrees today. So it's just now cooling off. Awesome. Awesome. I'm going to move my coffee in a second. But I have so much stuff in here. I have to figure out a safe place for my coffee cup. Awesome. I hope everyone's doing well this evening. I lost my notes somewhere. I have no idea where my notes are. So as I stammer through this, I'm slowly going to try to find my disclaimer. But this stream is dedicated to Mark Short and anyone who is suffering from cancer or has in the past or the future, because it's important to me to not forget the people who are always here for us. And I'm talking about myself mainly. Stammer, as I'm trying to find my disclaimer. But I went thrifting and I found two beautiful sewing machines. It's in the 30s here. Wow. Wow. Yay. Hello, Veronica. Yay. How's it going? Hello. It's still 94. See, Yuma and we had the same weather today. And I'm just like, when? But this program is for entertainment purposes only, and the content is not intended to malign any religion, race, company, individual, or wigs. All opinions expressed by Godless Sewing and program participants are solely their personal views and do not reflect the opinions of every human being on planet Earth. And I hope everybody has a great evening flying Godless Sewing Airlines. So now that I got all that out of the way, yes, Mark is extremely missed. Absolute. Mark is missed. Hi, Veronica. Yay. Hello. I think this is I think this is the end of Mark's fourth week. If he's out there in the great beyond, I hope he's in a place he wants to be. Absolutely. And you're gonna make me cry. But absolutely. I hope wherever you are, Mark, I hope you're doing well. My friend in El Cajon was complaining. I was like, bro, go to the beach. I love the Colorado River, Cali border, 10 miles away. You know, it's so funny. I live extremely close to the beach too. It was unreal. You know, it's weird to me to have my air conditioning on this time of year. It is so strange to me. That's a cool kind of disclaimer. Oh, thank you, Mo. Thank you. I try to have it encompassing and reach out. Let me move my coffee so I can start making my fuzzy coat. I did a bit of a defluffing on my baby lock, but it's we're gonna see because I've done a ton of sewing on this machine. All right. Ah. Beautiful. Do you know what's so funny, Pam? I completely forgot about that. They're fighting right now, and I was like, "Hey, I want to have a serious talk with you." And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, I'll get right back to you." But I gotta have my door open, so I'm gonna whisper. But I saw my neighbor yesterday at the end of the block on the telephone. So there's drama. They're divorcing. And as someone who's been through a divorce that lasted almost 4 years, divorces are bitter. So I completely, well, it was like 3.5, almost 4 years. But I completely understand. But I have a serious offer for him, Pam, if he does come through. Yay! Hello, butterfly. How are you? Yay! I'm in Maine. They have real rain here. Can't stay. Do you know what's so funny? I've been to Bangor and I've been all the way up to a place called Gouldsbury out in the middle of nowhere. So have fun. Have fun. And Bangor, Bangor. I can't say it. I get with my fading voice. I'm terrible at accents on a good day. But Bangor is a great place. Yay, it's Saturday. Yay. Awesome. I'm going to be making a coat. Yay. Hello, butterfly. 43 and cloudy here in PA. I'd give Veronica shit for complaining, but something in me thinks I'll live in Arizona sometime. I lived in Arizona. And it's a great place to live. I really don't have anything bad to say about Arizona. Arizona is a great place to live. I'll let you off the hook this once. All right. You know, it's serious. Not feeling too well today. So, you know, it's serious when I'm putting my glasses on. We're about to get fuzzy here in a second. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. So, like I say, every time I deal with this material, I made a complete mess in my house today. But now I have it down to an exact science of like I keep it in one contained space because this material really sheds. Says on his third fuzzy coat, knowing what he's getting himself into. So this material really, really sheds, but I love the way it looks. Yay! Hello. It was actually amazing weather. I just become nocturnal in the summer. Exactly. Wow, he's got those sexy stud glasses out early. Thank you. Thank you. I love it. I ride 2 wheels and we can't ride all year. And we have got my son wants to move to Arizona so bad, Veronica, for that very reason. He begs me. He's like, let's move to Arizona. And his new thing is when I turn 18, I'm moving to Arizona. Have fun, butterfly. We'll be here. It's all fuzzy in my craft space, also. It's a mess. Awesome. That's another reason I couldn't move to California. I like guns too much. Well, you could basically have the same stuff. It's just they get really specific on like what you can and cannot have as far as grips and stuff like that. California's lost their minds, not having guns. Get a winter place here for cheap, bro. Worth it. Half of my family has moved there. All right. So this is what I'm working with this evening. And I've lined everything because I line everything. Well, not everything, but I love lining things. So I'm going to line this with this red material. I got this at Walmart. I think it's just going to add a little bit more of a funky background to this. So when it comes to sewing fuzzy material, I always do it upside down, and I've learned the hard way. If I do remember. Or was it the other way around? Okay, it's this way. My machine from the jump, my machine's like, oh no, not again. Not again. Dark blue fluff and white fluff. Professor Fluff and stuff. I will be accepting snarky names all night long. Godless furry just doesn't sound right. But I'm not judging if that's your thing. Perfect. Beautiful. So with something like this, I'm gonna have to defluff in the middle of what I'm doing. Because this is already shedding all over me, and I can tell this one's definitely a shedder. Beautiful. There's a reason why I wore my NASCAR jersey this evening, because I know this is going to get extra fuzzy. Awesome. Does anyone remember that stuff called Fluffer Nutter? Do you know what's so funny? I hear people talk about it often. Okay, so let me take the pins out of this while I'm sitting here. Do you know what the funny thing is? I lost my voice much earlier in the day, and I did not talk all day just to reserve what was left of my voice. So tomorrow, if you don't see me, it's because I cannot speak. Oh, but this happens often. Oh man, I am wearing this stuff already. Boop. All right. Perfect. I remember Fluff Nutter sandwich. It was a peanut butter and marshmallow fluff. Yes, I only had it a few times as a kid. I think they still Fluff Nutter is Elvis's wet dream. They still sell that stuff here in California, I believe. I've weirdly become allergic to peanut butter, so I've been looking for alternatives. They still sell that. Soadelic fabric, absolutely. It goes right up the my theme of adding color to my wardrobe. All right, so we're gonna throw this one behind me, and we'll continue on. All right. I'll do the arms first, considering I always do the arms last and almost forget about them every time. And these ones seem to be shedding the most so far. Perfect. Oh, my dad would pack me fluffernutters with sunflower seeds on it for a healthy, he would say. Absolutely, I love that. Absolutely. Does almond butter bother you? Do you know what's really funny? I haven't tried it. I should. A lot of people have given me really good suggestions. I just need to try them. Like I'm not allergic to soy milk, I think. I think it is. It's or something in that realm. It's just the older I get, I've become allergic to a lot of things, but I've ignored my allergies throughout my life. I should definitely try that. Awesome, Commander. Awesome. One thing I appreciate about Marshmallow Fluff is they have never changed their package art. It stayed that way forever. That is so true. Do you know what's funny? Recently, I got a cube of Pepsi, which is 24 Pepsis, and they had the retro Pepsi. And I looked at it and I was like, when did they change the Pepsi can? Because I remember that old Pepsi can. But to me, it just morphed one into the other. It made me laugh. Beautiful. I haven't made my collar yet, but I like making my collar last after my coat is complete. Perfect. All right. There's a brand called Nutso that has no peanuts and is extremely tasty. I'll try that. I definitely need alternatives. Hey, Skids, how's it going? Did you buy RC by accident? My son bought a bunch of RC cola, and I told him, I was like, it just tastes like Dusty Coke. And he's like, no, it doesn't. And I'm like, dude, it just tastes like Dusty Coke. He we brought it home. I see a half drinking thing of RC in the kitchen, and he walks up to me and he's like, yeah, it tastes like Dusty Coke. There's nothing wrong with Dusty Coke, but they taste the same. Hey, Skits, how are you? Good to see you. You should hop in if you have time. I'm making a beautiful, fluffy coat to add to your chamber of horrors because the eagle needs some more skin. How's it going? All right. That's one thing about the fuzzy material is that I find hidden pins in here that I miss almost every time. Yay! How's it going? Awesome. All right. Oh man, this stuff it makes such a mess, but I love working with it. Yay! Hi, Skids. I only bought RC one time. I walked into a C store and they had a 2 liters for 99 cents. Or I said, why not? I'm the same way. Like I do not discriminate, when it comes to something like that. I'm not a snob in that sense. I'm not one of those like Pepsi only or Coke only. Like if I'm in a restaurant and they have Coke, I'm like, thank you. May I please have a Coke? Oh man. I might have to defluff after this. My pops was obsessed with RCs and moon pies, but he was from a different era. I'm more of a Pepsi person, but I do not discriminate. Oh, perfect. Of all my thrift store finds, I know this might be jinxing it, but this baby lock I bought for $24, and it is one of the greatest thrift store finds that I have. Hey, how's it going?
All right. New thing, it asked me to sign in through YouTube.
It did the same thing to me, and Twitter made me re-sign into my account.
Twitter is the shitter now, so
I honestly, everything is so glitchy nowadays. Like last night, Pam was having a lot of problems with YouTube and stuff, and StreamYards. I've been having the same problems.
I had to
This,
go hunting for textures for some of my models.
you had to go shopping for
That's
what?
hunting for the textures because for some strange reason they didn't pack and um they got lost, so I had to go actually find them again.
Oh wow. Happy Maker. This is a baby lock Natalie. It was like their last model before they went digital. I think somebody bought the digital version of this and then just put this in the there's a thrift store I go to that's in the foothills of Los Angeles. And it's so funny. If the sewing machine looks like an antique, they want hundreds of dollars. But something like this that is actually worth hundreds of dollars, they only wanted $24. And Kilroy, I'm into self-punishment. I am still on Twitter. I haven't posted I think since July, so I posted something just to remind people I'm still around. But I do not go on Twitter as much as I used to. And honestly, like I'm a part of the sewing culture on any site I go on, and it's kind of disappeared on Twitter. Are you still on Twitter, Commander?
Yeah, I you know that I've never really posted much because you follow me. So,
Yeah, exactly. I respect that. Sometimes Twitter is bad for my blood pressure, so I back off of it.
and I need to recreate some of the I need to basically recreate that entire animation with the helicopter because evidently when my old computers went down, that actually got lost. Are you there?
Oh, I'm right here. I'm trying to my sewing machine is so loud that I can't hear like when I'm sewing. I don't want it to be louder than you. I want the audience to
Oh,
be able to hear you.
oh, okay. I thought because this computer has the audio problems where sometimes it goes in and out and automatically switches microphones and automatically switches headphones, and it just
Oh
does
wow.
the stupid.
I don't know if I can handle that. Happy Maker like this baby lock. I started with a Husqvarna Viking, so it was kind of cheating in a lot of ways because whenever I would buy a refurbished sewing machine, I would always try to get it up to speed. This machine came firing at 100 miles an hour. I love Baby Lock sewing machines. And because they sponsor a ton of YouTubers, I just want to say that I absolutely love Baby Lock sewing machines. Baby Lock sponsors quite a few YouTubers that I watch.
Well, since I don't do sewing content, they're probably not going to want to sponsor me.
Yeah, but you would be surprised who people have sent me all kinds of stuff. It's the funniest thing. You know what? If you don't shamelessly plug, you never know. Recently, I want to say something. I hold on, let me switch my camera. This is how I get distracted while sewing. Recently, a YouTuber I have been watching for years. I'm not going to say her name, but she does what I do. She upcycles, she refurbishes, she has a lot of space and money. But she recently did an unboxing. I love Baby Locks so much. Well, you know, despite my butt snorkeling and attempting to get a sponsorship, Baby Locks are actually great machines. It's always a no if you don't ask. Absolutely, absolutely. But I feel like we should be honest as YouTubers, because there's a YouTuber that I watch who pulled out on one video 3 Baby Lock sewing machines, and just from my sewing investigation by Googling the price of each, and she had all 3 of them in her house at the same time. She had $9,000 worth of sewing machines in her house. Like, she sponsored, and they were all Baby Lock. And she kept on saying, well, Baby Lock, like, she was just dancing around it, you know? I feel like people should be a little bit more honest with that. And it's a YouTuber I respect. She's been around a long time. I modeled my channel in a lot of ways because I started off only upcycling because I love upcycling. But you know, you like, oof, especially because I watch a lot of clothes hauls. When someone shows like $5,000 worth of boots, I know you didn't buy those because boots are expensive. You know. Am I going off on a tangent, Commander?
No,
You
it
got to think
makes
about.
sense what you're saying.
You got to think about what you're paying by what you're paying by becoming a sponsor to. Who has the gold makes he who has the gold makes the rules. So true. They send them to you. You should be honest and pimp that product. It just it's someone I respect, and it trips me out that she wasn't just flat out saying like, you know, this is $1 million worth of sewing machines.
I'm trying to remember the name of that PC company that there was a huge scandal over years ago, and they're defunct now. Um, the first channel I was ever involved with was a channel devoted to proving that Donald Trump was the Antichrist. They don't even know I'm not a Christian. Um, and anyway, the guy who started that channel was a gamer. He actually destroyed a gaming channel that was making him about $4,000 a month to
Wow.
prove to it was during 2020 to prove that the Donald was the AC.
Oh,
And
wow.
what he had to say about his computer after that company went defunct was it was shit. The one they gave him was shit and he never used it. He just went and he bought a better one.
Well, I would like, like I do really practical things. So like if Walmart wanted to sponsor me, that'd be cool because I live within walking distance of one. Trump is just Biff. So true. So I feel like Marty, I always jokingly say that I'm the real life Marty McFly, But so true. How's that studying going? Oh, that's so true. Oh, for anyone joining this evening, I am slowly losing my voice. So if you hear a crack or a crinkle, or if I sound like Batman, it's because my voice is going in and out. It's the plight of a loud mouth. It happens to me often. I've been a talker my entire life. I know that's a shocker. I took a vow of silence all afternoon and it was laughable. Because every time I opened my mouth, it just got worse and it was just worse and worse. Oh. So how's your Saturday? How's your evening going so far, Commander?
Oh, it's going all right. I feel good about today because I might be getting help with that trip that I am planning.
Awesome. Awesome. That's how people I
I'm
know.
going to
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I let the people at the synagogue know what I was doing, and the new rabbi was rather interested. So I might be getting some financial help.
That's awesome. I'm the same way, Veronica. When I get quiet, people are like, "Oh, I know there's something wrong with you," because I'm perky. Well, after coffee, I'm extremely perky. I'm human.
I know I'm gonna get like he's gonna help prep me for what I have planned anyway. Doesn't mean I'm gonna get to do what I have planned, but you know.
If not, we should all go to Aruba. Oh, now I have that song stuck in my head. Oh no.
Aruba, Bahamas, come on, pretty mama, Key Largo, Montego.
Baby, why don't we go to the
Why don't we go?
Kokomo? That's my
I
answer to
wonder
every.
whether or not we can play the Muppet version of that and get away with it.
Do you know YouTube has been so wonky lately? I doubt it. They've been so up and down. That would be hilarious if we could.
I love the Muppets. Anyone who doesn't love the Muppets, remember that one time you used a Kermit thumbnail and someone unsubscribed, and I was like, if they can't handle Kermit, why are they even here?
It's funny you would say that because when I had a Muppet thumbnail, someone unsubscribed, and I was like, "Who doesn't like the Muppets?" But I forget. I always forget that not everybody's from the same era that I am. So some people may not have even heard of the lore. Take me down to Sokomo. That's where I like that. I'm gonna add that. Gilroy, I'm definitely going to add that.
Now, who hasn't heard of the Muppets?
The new
They
Muppet movie.
didn't grow up in America.
That is no, but the Muppets are worldwide. The Muppets are everywhere in every language. I had a friend who was from Mexico, and he learned to speak English from watching the Muppets and cartoons from that era. Because they speak just a little bit slower in cartoons. Because when when you're fluent in a language, you don't realize how fast you're talking.
And they had like Muppet babies, and who didn't like them?
Oh, that was my show, and my mom babysat, so we had a ton of kids in the house. So Muppets do transcend all barriers. I agree. So when somebody gets schmoopy or mad about the Muppets, I'm like, get out of here. You got to be kidding me. Do you think we got away with stuff like that because we didn't take ourselves as serious back then as we do now?
I just think people have their it's a combination of people have their heads up their asses and they can't quite pull them out. I don't know why anyone would get upset with this.
I've said this before. I listen to a lot of music on YouTube. I do. That's how I found all communities in general, because I would be listening to music and like typing other things on YouTube. Back when they had thumbs down, it shocked me how many people would put thumbs down on a Duran Duran video or MC Hammer, and I'm like, if you don't like it, why are you here? Like, why are you here if you don't like this? It still shocked me that MC Hammer had like 20 million thumbs down or some crazy number before they got rid of it. I was never into the Muppets, but I'd love to have the kind of life where I can afford to get mad at the Muppets. So true. So that is another thing. Who's got time to be, I just stabbed myself. Who's got time to be mad at the Muppets? And that is the true sound that I make when I get stabbed. That pin got me too.
And I still gotta drop another 10 pounds, hopefully, before I get there.
I'm there. I'm right behind you. I've been,
I did take, I don't know how much of what I just weighed myself is gonna be pooped out or is water weight. I know that I had like, probably over 80 ounces of soda today. But
awesome. Let me find the pins in here. Do you know what's funny? Out of all the things that people have called me, I like the term Muppet Slayer, because everybody's like, "Oh, it looks like you skinned a Muppet." I'm okay with that. I've been called worse. I've been called worse.
the gossamer coat was one of my favorites so far.
It's still in here. As a matter of fact, the white one I had to put a cover on because I've noticed that over time it's going to get dirty, even sitting in the middle bedroom. But the red one shines. I love, my camera's kind of crooked, but the red, I love the red furry coat, the way it looks. Hey, Native Atheist, how's it going? Great to see you. Yes, luxury beliefs definitely include Muppet hating. I agree. Hey, how's it going? What's up? I'm slowly losing my voice, so if I sound different, it's because my voice is coming and going.
Muppet hating probably goes with Putin loving.
Well, you know what? I live in the suburbs, in the land of first world problems, where people do not realize that, like everybody, people are going through stuff in different ways. I can't believe I'm about to quote REM, but everybody hurts. Oh man, I haven't thought about
Weird
REM.
Al. Weird Al is
Yeah,
horrible
what's up?
for copyright, but there is a song as far as first world problems that you have to look up.
I will.
Everyone has to look it up.
Oh, that's so funny.
You can't play it because it'll get a takedown almost instantly, but
I was
you need to look
listening
up the
to
first world problems.
Elvis is Everywhere before the stream started, because we were, in the chat, we were talking about it on Twitter. Yeah, you absolutely got that song stuck in my head, Commander. How's it going, Native? How's it going? Awesome. I'm slowly finishing this red furry coat. Red, I apologize. The inside is red. This, what would you call that?
The inside,
Or the outside?
I'd call that orange.
The funny thing is, it's multicolor in downtown Los Angeles. The whole reason I am even making this coat is because I
Oh, I
challenge.
thought you meant the inside.
Oh, the inside's red, but like honestly, I am now starting to believe that I am a bit colorblind. But this all started because in downtown Los Angeles, in the fashion district, um, I went to a store. It's a really classy, beautiful, clean place. They wanted $65 a yard for something that looked like this, or $50 a yard. I thought they were crazy. I bought the red material for $10 a yard. So and the white material I got from Walmart, it was much cheaper. It was 7. So I've been on a quest to find this material for a decent price. And of all places on this planet, I went back to Hobby Lobby. I went in there with young Mr. Hands, and if you're watching, I love you. Hello, young Mr. Hands. My son and I, we went in there, and the lady behind the counter was like, "Oh, I haven't seen you in a while. Where were you been?" And I looked at her, and I was like, "Last time I was here, your manager prayed over me," and she was like, "I completely understand." But they had this material really cheap, really cheap. It was really affordable, even for Hobby Lobby. But I went to excuse me, I went to Joann's, and Joann's wanted $50 a yard like they wanted in downtown. So maybe that is the competitive price. And my son keeps on saying, well, furries, they buy a lot of stuff and furry suits are not cheap. So if you're out there,
Now,
I
as
say,
far as if you're asking what would I call that rainbow color mix, I would call it rainbow sherbet.
oh, I loved Rainbow Sherbet as a child. I was obsessed with that stuff.
It's the best. If I wasn't trying to lose weight, I'd go out and find some right now.
I bet you that's probably the only thing I can have that I'm not allergic to.
I had to do a Taco Bell run today, so instead of having a basically what amounts to a 1200 calorie deficit today, I had a 0 calorie deficit today. I don't think thermodynamically I'll gain weight, but I didn't lose any.
On the weekends are like my cheat days, so I splurge on the weekends. Like, and do you know what's funny? Hold on. I wish we had Joann's. We only have Hobby Lobby, but my Goodwill has an entire aisle of fabric. Do you know what's so funny? I feel like the Goodwill by my house is the only Goodwill in America that doesn't sell fabric. But I live in a really yuppie area, so a lot I don't see people sewing as much. Like in LA, they're sewing stuff everywhere. Around the outskirts of LA, not so much. It's really weird that way. But Hobby Lobby, they put their whole store on sale every other week. So you can get really good deals from them, which I don't know how that holds as a business model, but they're still around.
Oh, and just as an announcement, if you go to the last minute of my last video, um, it is what I speculate would happen if Elon Musk 10 years ago had embraced his inner furry rather than become the miserable putz that he is. His businesses would still be less than half worth less than half the acquisition price, and your eyes would still bleed, but at least it would be funny.
I scored big on sales week. Oh, whoops. My right hand was trying to comment on Twitter. I'm sorry, on the stream. You know what's really funny? I used to go off about Hobby Lobby sales, but then I found downtown LA, which is still cheaper than even Hobby Lobby sale. Because what a lot of places do is they'll mark something up and then put it and say, oh, it's half off. So they're still making money off of it. And you're basically paying the original price. A lot of places do that when it comes to sales. Oh, whoops. Okay, good. Sorry if I almost sometimes my finger wants to put people in timeout and I don't know why. So if I ever do, it's because I'm clicking too much on my computer. It's nothing personal. I've almost done it to every single person here.
I'm trying to pull it up. The internet is being slow.
What's that, Commander?
I'm trying to pull it up. The internet right now is being slow.
I completely understand.
Let me get the link. It's the last minute or so of this. I did actually make a short specifically for this reason, that people might not want to watch the longer version.
Hey, Von Rek, great to see you. I hope you're doing well. Awesome. Awesome. How are you? Yay. Awesome, Commander. Awesome. Everybody should go check that out. Great to see you, Von Rek. Great to see you. I'm kind of losing my voice, so if I sound more croaky than usual, it's because I'm slowly losing my voice.
The last one I posted is a shorter version, so it should be it just gives the lead up so that it makes sense. And I also pumped Elon's voice through a sexy furry.
The fur is definitely flying. Let's see what I look like. Let's switch camera. Whoops. Wrong click. You know, it's a different world when I actually have my glasses on and I can see properly. Let's see how fuzzy. Oh, this has changed colors. Can you see that? It has given me a complete coat. That's why I wore something that's made to get dirty. This thing is shedding. Oh, man. Awesome. Awesome. And remember, no Muppets were harmed in the making of this coat. I got quite a few comments from people. This is all fake Muppet. I would never harm a Muppet. Nice, I'm going to check it out. Awesome. He is an interesting critter. Doing well. Just got through a COVID strain that caused nausea and light headaches with an occasional itchy throat. I am so sorry. We're actually fighting that really hardcore right now in LA. Like I am, if you saw me when I go in public, you would laugh at me because I have full mask, my cowboy hat on, and depending on where I'm going, my new weird thing is I wear gloves. I went to a lot of raves in the late 90s and I felt like I saw the birth of furries when ecstasy had everyone rolling on the floor petting the person in velvet. You did. You did. You could tell people. You know what's funny? I say things like that all the time because style is so reciprocal, and we're actually coming back weirdly into the 90s kind of style with the Jankos and the bringing the bright colors back. So I totally see that.
And that avatar was there's a computer program where you can basically take a photo and it basically makes a 3D head for you in that particular style. That was based off a photo from like 10 years ago. I look a little bit different now, but the spacing of the eyes and the nose and the mouth are the same.
No judgment here. I still flash my high school picture on YouTube. I still, oh, and I'm literally looking at it. I put it in the corner of a mirror because I was like, I can't have it at my desk because I show people my high school picture too much.
And then I was about 15 pounds lighter when the picture that I fed into the program, um, in the picture that I fed into the program.
All right, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. So let
And
me.
obviously, my eyes don't literally glow. That whole effect of the eyes, and my eyes are gray. But the whole effect of the eyes, the reason why they're so bright, is actually when I rendered it, I had the eyes glowing.
Furries are rude. Well, I live in LA and there's a whole wide range of furries here. Oh man, I'm gonna start getting those weird messages again. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That whole 3D furry in that video, that was done specifically just to shove Elon's voice through it. Any other use from it was secondary.
Oh man, this has made my shirt a furry. You know, the lighting is not doing justice to what this has done to my shirt. It is officially a different color. Oh. You know what's so funny? The temperature is varying so much here. Like it was extremely hot earlier today, and now I can feel the temperature dropping. Perfect. The one thing about working with this material is that it gets everywhere. Like tonight, I'm gonna vacuum in here, and I'm gonna laugh when I pull a whole coat out of the filter. Do you have any? Do you have any like anything that sheds like that, Commander? Like some
No,
people wear velvet, and
no, and I'm
you're not a
just hoping
fluffy.
that the algorithm doesn't crap out over the last few weeks. It's been crapping out. But around this time every night or so, it reaches its low regardless of what the hell's going on.
That was happening here for a while.
And please click those links because it does help. The algorithm was crapping out worse before I posted that video. And then it got a little bit better. I'm just hoping that it holds on until my trip to meet Starsky.
Oh, right. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. This is gonna be awesome. If you don't mind me asking, when are you planning on taking this trip?
For the purposes of there's let's just say it's going to happen in December. I'm not going to say what dates until I'm there
Ish. Yeah, no, I get
because
it.
I have less than 300 subs, yet Starsky has agreed to meet me in Kiev. So that marks me out as someone who the Russians, even though I'm insignificant, y- you know, they might want to do something to me specifically to make Starsky feel bad. But they're not going to be taking out every goddamn plane going to Warsaw in the month. So people will know when I am at least on my mode of transportation and in Kiev under the umbrella of those wonderful Patriot missiles.
Do you know what? It's really funny. Stay. Don't fall. Okay. I when I was getting this material, my son was like, he wants me to make him some Raider PJs, and I was like, awesome. But the material,
Silver and black.
the material had the Raiders logo on it, but it was kind of fuzzy. It made me laugh. It's gonna shed everywhere. Fleece sheds like a fancy dog. It really does. That reminds me, I saw a woman walking a poodle in downtown Los Angeles, and like, oh, poor poodle. That giant dog's probably living in some $1 million apartment somewhere.
If you actually want a fancy dog that doesn't aggravate your allergies, Yorkies, believe it or not, don't aggravate your allergies. They actually have hair, not fur. But what I mean by that is they don't shed a lot. They don't have the undercoat like most dogs, and they actually have the one thing that I inherited from the racist Roman Catholic cousin that we left in a Jewish funeral home. That was worth something was little teacup Yorkie baby. Years and years and years of joy from that dog.
Yorkies are awesome dogs.
Normally, they're little yappy dogs that are mean to everybody but their favorite person. But I think my cousin traumatized the dog so much that all it wanted to do was get loved. So it was the sweetest little thing in the world to absolutely everybody.
Awesome. All right. So now I'm going to we'll put my arms together. I used to have a half Chihuahua, half Min Pin. And that dog, if Hades exists, that dog was from Hades. And I loved Lulu, but she was the definition of an ankle biter.
Oh,
Whoever decided,
baby was sugar.
oh, and I loved that dog. I cried when she passed away, but she never grew up and she stayed ornery her whole life. Even when she was gray, she was ornery.
You know what baby used to do? We used to have this beanie buddy, like the larger beanie babies called Princess Yappy. And baby was so stupid that she actually thought Princess Yappy was a real dog.
Remember, at one time, we all thought that Santa Claus was real.
I didn't. because I grew up Jewish, but I got what you mean.
So you're right, not all of us, but I did. I remember when my sister told me it was a betrayal. I was so emotionally destroyed when I found out. I was young. Oh,
But you
oh.
know what I was told as a kid by my mom? Just because you don't believe in Santa doesn't mean that you go around telling everyone else. Let them find out on their own.
Matter of fact, this Christmas season, which I plan on going crazy and starting the day after Thanksgiving. This Christmas season, I have a sweatshirt that says I still believe in Santa. And it's funny when you see a grown adult wearing it. It's my party sweater. Santa's not real, but Macho Man Randy Savage is so close enough. I agree. Oh, that era, the Macho Man era. I'm bringing that back. I'm bringing the Macho Man fuzzy material. I think I need to make a
Macho man.
I need to make a
I
big belt.
wanna be a macho man. There was an entire song about it.
Oh, the village people? Of course, the village people are awesome. I live in Los Angeles. Somewhere right now there is a club playing that song right now. Oh, all right. So let's start sewing and see what happens with these arms. Are you a fast food kind of person, Commander?
I try to only limit it to once a day, but I've been trying to cut down ever since I decided to go and possibly let everyone know what I look like, for the obvious reasons. I'm actually afraid that when I show up to the airport, they're not going to like my passport photo because I did lose about 10 or 12 pounds since then.
You know what though? I had an Arizona ID. I had an ID from when I was under 21. It's from when I still had hair, and I rocked that ID for at least 9 or 10 years after, even when I didn't have hair, and I still used it everywhere. Got on a plane with it. All absolutely. So you never know. They want you. That song is cemented in my head right now. Purple and silver, fuzzy satin backed cape with stars on both sides. Macho Man. I watched a documentary on the guy who made the clothes for the wrestlers, and every single wrestler was like, "Do not be fooled by this guy. He made a mint because he cornered the market, and so he made a ton of money." Arizona IDs, you keep them for 35 years, or did when we were in Flagstaff. It's 50 years, Von Rek. I got mine. I'm not scared to say I got mine over 20 something years ago, and my license is good for 50 years. It expires in let's look. Let's look and see when it expires. My license expires in 2047. But it all depends on what year you lived there. Like I lived there in the late 90s, early 2000s, and because now their licenses are only good for like 7 years. Poor kids. But all I have to do is every like 15 years get my picture changed. And now I have Macho Man just cemented in my head.
And my mom, she told me she didn't figure out what was going on with the village people behind the hidden message of their songs. until we were about 9 years old. That's how naive.
Awesome. This is slowly coming together. Do you know, when I was a kid, I used to listen to Andrew Dice Clay tapes. And I had no idea what he was talking about until I got older. So there's a lot of innuendo and things that pass us up, you know.
Like Hocus Pocus, right? It took my mom to see it multiple times. And they did have some adult jokes in that movie. Like when the witches get on the bus and they say, "We desire children," and the guy is like, "I can help you with that. It might take me a few times." That's what the bus driver said to the witches.
There's crazy stuff. I was having this conversation with Waternay. There's things that, like, there was a song that I thought it said something and it didn't say. Or I'm still kind of in my conspiracy theory era. I think they might have changed the words, but you know, I'm willing to be proven wrong, even in my conspiracy theories. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet. Those were great tapes because my parents had all those tapes and they were like, do not listen to this. Man, every they'd leave the house, I would throw it on the stereo. Oh my God, yes. And yes, Dennis Leary too. That's why when I see what Dennis Leary's turned into, I'm like, what happened to you, man? You used to be cool. But that's just my personal opinion. If you're still a Dennis Leary fan, I do not judge.
I don't even know who he is.
He's a comedian. He's a comedian who's now an accomplished actor. He does a lot of shows about firefighters and stuff, paramedics. He's kind of fallen into that shtick. Three blind mice, see how they run. Where the fuck are they going?
They're
Those were the good
going
old
to the
days.
bar. They're blind. They're depressed. They want to escape. They're going to the bar and having some schnapps.
He is a shill, and I do love a lot of his older work. I was having this conversation with Waternay as well. Sometimes you have to separate the art from the artists, especially when we have the benefit of over 30 years of something like that, you know? I play the asshole song at least once a week.
Let me Google that. The asshole song. Who's it by? Oh, Dennis Leary.
Awesome. Exactly. I can like the work and not the dude. There's a lot of people like that, but I think sometimes we get so invested in things that we like, you know, because if we look back, like I'm really into classical music, man. If you look back into the lives of some of these people, you'd be like, oh wow, I wouldn't let that person in my house. But they have this great concerto. Oh man, this is a fuzzy nightmare. Oh, this stuff is everywhere. Perfect. All right. You can be up in people's business like never before, too. Used to be, if it wasn't on the news or in a magazine or on the paper, you didn't know about it exactly. I don't know what's better. I don't know if I miss just sitting here sewing and being sheltered. It's good. You like the breakdown part of the song. Oh. All right. The one thing about, oh man, I have fuzz in my eyes. This stuff gets everywhere. Oh man. I really got fuzz in my eye that time. Oh, I'm going to have to. Okay. So, oh man, I really got fuzz in my eye. Holy cow. Let me get some Visine, which I moved. I moved it somewhere. It was literally right here. Okay. That was kind of a failed mission, but a walk down the hallway did the same thing. You still there, Commander? After seeing how you've rendered Elon through a fox to talk about wormholes, I think you'd appreciate that is. All right. Let me check my phones. My phone is a buzzing. Whoops. Buttons, buttons, buttons. What is
Yeah, I
happening?
just got done watching that. The asshole song.
Oh man, something happened. There we go. All right. Okay. So I have to put my glasses on because I can't see that now. Awesome. Awesome. All right. So let's add some arms. First thing I have to do is check for. I definitely have to check for pins because pins get hidden in this material big time. All right. It is raining fuzz in here. You know what? For as much as I complain about it, I love working with this material. It's a mess. Just like me, it's all over the place, but in the end, it cleans up well. All right. So I have my arms done. Let's get the body, and then we're going to decide together how big the neck should be. Because there's an art form to making a neck between cape, collar, or pimp coat. So we'll decide once I get everything together. We're almost there. And we're only an hour and 16 in, and we're ripping through. This is why it's good to line everything. This is the 3 millionth time you've said that tonight. I love repeating myself. For anyone who's ever, if you ever feel like getting a repeat-a-thon, just click play all on my videos. I say, all right, here we go. I say all kinds of cliches over and over. Nice to know you clean up. I try, Von Rick. I try. All right. I think I should take a sip of my fake Stanley Cup first. My family. It is raining fuzz in here. Oh, now I have It's Raining Men stuck in my head now.
Well, maybe I can help. It's raining fuzz, hallelujah, it's raining fuzz. Is that better?
Absolutely. I love it. Oh, man. This
And
is
I originally had that entire thing rendered out, that entire segment where that entire end segment with the fox suit, but I not the fox suit with the Elon pumping the voice through, but I thought I needed to add some pictures of actual furries to sell it.
should be nice to the furry.
Especially that alt-right Nazi furry, because you couldn't have, you know, because that's the kind of furry Elon would be. Just a piece of shit. The worst kind of furry of all. A racist furry. I'm not actually bashing furries. I'm bashing racists. Grown adults can do whatever they want. I believe in the principle of grown adults being able to live their lives. But I do know that that depicting Elon as a furry is something that Elon would not like very much. So and the rainbow sherbet fuzz fabric looks what actually is the name of it called?
What's that?
What's the actual name of the pattern called? Not what I just said, rainbow sherbet fuzz pattern, because that's what it
Oh,
should be called.
you know what? I'm such a pirate. I do not always know the designation of what they call it. I'm so spoiled. I walked up to this material. I was like, I need 4 yards of this, please, please. We can laugh at them though. We won't ask where you got those furry pigs. We can still laugh at them though.
I just did a Google.
I'd like to see a Nazi furry just to say I saw a Nazi furry. I wouldn't even know how to react. Wouldn't go well around here.
Obviously, since there was cursing in reference to furries, the algorithm did not promote it very well. But no one unsubscribed, knock on wood.
That reminds me, I have finally hit 500. I want to thank everybody. I kind of wanted to do a 500 stream, but that's always kind of like a curse. And I'm not necessarily a superstitious person. I just go by the statistics. But I want to thank everybody. And here's the 500 more, huh? Let's keep growing. May the house of sewing keep on growing. But seriously, I want to thank everybody who's contributed to 500. I'm kind of shocked I've made it this far.
Yeah, when I saw that picture of that alt-right furry, I just thought of Elon Musk. That probably is Elon Musk.
I don't want to spread no horrid rumors, but I've been told if you hang out with Christian Furry Fellowship, you might become some Nazi. I didn't even know there was a Christian. You guys are teaching me.
Christian Furry Fellowship.
You guys are teaching me. Like, I didn't even know those two words went together. I'm learning so much this evening. literally takes notes. Didn't know that existed. I think we may have invented something this evening. I think Von Reck just invented something. Now imagine, oh no, I would fight somebody. Do not dress like that around me. I'm a nonviolent person, but I will say something to you. Do not dress like that around me. I am an extremely nonviolent person, but I'll at least give you a stern warning or throw a tomato at you or something.
I swear that actually had to be Elon in that costume. But when I saw it in the Google search, I just screamed Elon.
It's something just to have fun with, you know. But it's just something to have fun with. Elon is becoming a character, becoming a Bond villain right before our eyes. There's nothing we can do about it.
You know, someone there is something I think someone could do about it. We need to take inspiration from this dude who dragged a blow up doll into one of Matt Gates's fundraisers
Do you know
at a
what's?
hotel. And
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
the guy literally brought a blow up doll into the fundraiser of Matt Gates. I think it was somewhere in Georgia. And I think we need to find some way of delivering something similar to Elon. Maybe.
Elon is a S tier troll. That's all. It's scary, actually, if he's not serious about anything and it's all a game. I agree. It's even scarier if it is. Way scarier. Okay. Beautiful. Perfect. This is the one thing that my really extremely oddly long arms are good for, is that I could stretch out completely the length of this fabric and hold it straight. So thanks, genetics. Thanks. Oh, right.
The reason why, like, basically 10 o'clock until about 3 o'clock in the morning is the worst time for views on my channel at all, is because most of my views about, well, probably the United States and Ukraine keeps switching as far as where do most of my views come from. So the United States and Ukraine together make up about 40 high 40% of all the views on my channel. And they keep flopping between which one is the largest source. And then the UK, Canada, blah 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 blah. Well,
Mine.
actually,
Oh, sorry.
Poland and then Germany and then UK, Canada, blah blah blah.
Mine is still Russia, India, the UK, and then America. For some reason, people in Russia love watching me. I check all the time.
And that's another reason why I didn't disclose exactly when this Jew was going to go meet Starsky. So if they're telling you right over in Russia that the Ukrainians are anti-Semitic, you literally having a Jew going to meet a Ukrainian press officer.
Yeah, but most people that watch my channel, I think we come together because of sewing, not because of politics. Because we have, and there's a woman in India that I watch. I do not speak the same language as she does, but we have the same sewing. There's a sewing machine that I have the exact same sewing machine as she does. Man, I follow everything she does step by step. She's better than any tutorial I've ever seen. Okay, so let's switch the
Every
angles.
group of people on the face of the earth need to sew. Unless they enjoy running around naked.
You can do both at the same time.
You're right, you can sew while running around naked.
But sewing
forgot.
has introduced me to a wide array of people from around the world. And people in the UK love to sew. Love more knitting, but I have this has been such a great adventure. The whole godless sewing thing. I have met so many awesome people. And we are from different walks of life. I had a friend from Turkey who the internet got blocked out, and I may never speak to her again. But we had hockey in common of all things on earth.
Why would Turkey be blocking the religious fundamentalism?
As long as I've known her, they've done it twice. They've completely blocked it out. All right. Okay. So
Was it they blocked your channel or the internet for her in general?
the internet for her in general. She was part of Turkey had a hockey team, and they went around the world. They went to Mexico for a tournament, and half the team disappeared. And so after that, they defected, and so after that, they blocked out all the internet for all the people on the team. I I still love the. Do you know, because of Commander, I will now call this my Gossamer coat, but I love this coat. I probably will not make the collar this huge though. I see that every time. But so far, so good. This is coming out. My lighting. My lighting is so hit or miss in here. All right. Making a furry coat while wearing one. That's got to be a record somewhere. They joined the cartel hockey league. They had one. They'd be moving really fast. Let me grab my phone. I wish I could still sew. Maybe someday. You never know, Von Rack. You never know. I was actually talking about that with my mom today because she doesn't do a lot of things that she used to. And I asked her if she missed it, and she was like, "Some of it I do, and some of it I don't." Because there is a lot of work on certain things. Like I've been
Oh,
prepping this. Oh,
there's
go ahead.
there's another American who just decided to shame himself with going on Sylvia's show.
Is that weird Russian guy?
Yeah, and get this, like he's talking about if it wasn't for the special military operation, I would go to Israel and defend it because I am a Jew. And yet, I have the Ukrainians translated the garbage coming out of his mouth as satanic. But right in the sentence where he says satanic, he says Yisrael.
Oh, hold on really quick.
So he's an
Hey,
anti-Semitic Jew.
hey, Evan, how's it going? Are you open tomorrow? How's it going? Everyone say hello to Evan Woosk. He has an antique shop, which is everyone's dream job here. It's called Rooster's Relics. It's in the beautiful Santa Cruz Valley. You guys should check it out. It's a great place. Google it if you're ever in town. You could come. It's hidden, but you could find it. Thank you, Von Rek. Thank you so much. Thank you. I made this a couple weeks ago and I cannot take it off. I love this thing. I have a red hat I wear with it. I've embraced my inner furry coat. All right. But seriously, you guys should definitely go check out Rooster's Relics. That's where I got um anything that's over 100 something years old. Most of the sewing machines I got from there. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Here, we love antiquing here in the House of Sewing. No, but seriously, are you open tomorrow? I haven't been feeling well, but I'll show up with a mask on. Awesome. Oh, I keep on dropping my pin cushion. I should wear it, but with my fuzzy coat, it gets in the way. All right, perfect. Beautiful. Perfect.
But
Oh, man.
anyway, I do have video and audio of Solovyov being incredibly anti-Semitic, and now he's pretending that he cares about the Jewish people.
Yikes. Well, there's a lot of cliche going around right now with people. Oh, you're open from 10 to 5 tomorrow. Awesome. Awesome.
And that is, I just love the gossamer coat.
This one is the most out of all that I've made so far. This is the one everyone loves. The white one made me look like an eagle, but this is Gossamer's coat. Did you ever watch Duck Dodgers?
Duck Dodgers of the 24th and a half century.
I freaking loved Duck Dodgers when I should have been way old and not watching it. I'll still watch it if I'm having a bad day.
And then often you get in the fight with Marvin the Martian. I think Marvin was actually invented for Duck Dodgers.
Oh, that's
And
so
then
hilarious.
it just went from there.
I didn't know that.
I'm not 100% sure on that.
Oh, that's hilarious.
The plutonium 36 explosive space modulator.
I guarantee you that Duck Dodgers is on somewhere right now. That is one of those things that's always on. Or maybe
It's
I just
like
have.
I Love Lucy or Mr. Ed.
Okay,
Let me
so
tell you what heaven is. You are 9 years old. You have a tub of ice cream or rainbow sherbet at 3 a.m. and you are watching Mr. Ed on Nick at Night. And
I
you're
miss
getting
that.
away with it.
I miss that channel. They really don't show stuff like they used to. All right. Let me hang this hottie up. This thing is so hot. Oh, wow. Oh, man. All right. This fuzz is everywhere. The fuzz, I am literally wearing it, but this stuff washes off well. So this is more just for crying out loud. Awesome. Awesome. All right, I'm going to attach my arms and then we're going to make a collar. Oh. Mm.
And I am working on another video mocking Russian trolls. I almost have the video of the Tasmanian devil cleaned up enough where I can insert an orc in there so that Taz can be kicking the ass of an orc.
Awesome. Awesome. But, darling, and this comes from the bottom of my heart, you look marvelous. Thank you. Thank you. I can't wait till winter. I can't wait until winter till I can rock that coat. I can't wait. Here in California, it has been summer 2.0. It's the strangest thing. This past week, it's been 90 every day. It is the summer again. It's just there's no other way to describe it. People are wearing shorts. It's hilarious. And meanwhile, everywhere else, people are getting battening down the hatches.
I got good news. I have a license still. You see, I went and I bought a new car because my old one is they're still trying to figure out what the hell is wrong with it. But you need to have it insured. And I did purchase insurance for the old one the same day, but I downgraded it since I wasn't like going to be driving it. So the state of New York gives me a love letter that they're going to suspend my license if I don't prove that it's insured. So basically I get the letter the on the compliance date. And if I hadn't gone down to the DMV that day, I wouldn't have a license come the 9th of November. But I was upset that I had the day off because I wanted to make money, but it turned out that that saved my bacon.
California weirdly has the same rules like that. We have like exact same rules like that. Well, they're really hardcore about having a license here on people. They're well, it depends on who you are, but they're hard on you. Oh, and for the record, Gilroy, we do have a winter. Technically, anything under 60 degrees is winter here in California.
Oh, another fake firearms restoration video.
I want to say for the record, I'm surprised my bobbin has lasted this long. And here I thought it's getting above 70 was hot here in Ohio. Well, like California has the strangest topography. I live in the desert that happens to be next to the ocean. And so we have the strangest weather here. Even pre all the crazy stuff that's happening now. We just have the strangest weather nowadays. Okay.
I live at an elevation where it's always 20 degrees um cooler. um Usually when I drive down to New Jersey, it's 20 degrees hotter.
That's
Or
funny.
down to the city.
That's like anytime I go anywhere near LA, it's always 10 degrees either cooler. It's always 10 degrees cooler because of where I live. So when I go to downtown, if it's 90 here, it's 80 over there because they're weirdly close to the ocean.
The ocean is a marvelously good heat sink which regulates temperature.
I live next to a giant mountain. Oh, did I run out of the bobbin? That's exactly what happened. But I am prepared today. I have replacements ready to go. Like a real YouTuber. Awesome. I did some serious bobbin winding earlier. Oh, right.
I'm probably going to have to be going to bed soon because I have a marvelous payday tomorrow. Not it's
Awesome.
average, but just getting consistent work when you're going to be spending a fuck ton of money is appreciated.
I completely understand. I'm actually going to be done with this pretty soon. I'm not going to go all night, even though I have my friend Elvis in the thumbnail, and they usually do pull an Elvis. I'm going to try to finish this.
I am going to have to drive to Syracuse and go to Hobby Lobby and see if they have that same fabric. That's the closest Hobby Lobby to where I live is the Destiny um American Destiny or whatever fuck mall.
If you called them and said, "Hey, I need this material," they'd have it ready for you by when you got there. I grew up in Silicon Valley, but La La Land, as where we called it, is very different weather-wise. It's LA is really weird because people forget it's a desert here. Commander, have a great night. Thank you so much for stopping by. You're always welcome here in the House of Sewing. All right. Okay, let's connect this. I think that's where that was. Perfect. Perfect. All right. So this is a furry mess. I have to make sure. Have a great night, Commander. Have a great night. If you're out there, have a great night. Thank you so much for stopping by. So this is a furry mess, but it is slowly coming together. And I'm trying to avoid the giant pins I have. But sometimes keeping the pins in is the only way I can navigate through this mess. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. All right, I'm going to want to pull this in as much as I can. There we go. And I think we're attached. Okay. Let me clean up that rat's nest for a second. We'll take a look, but I think I really gave the other arm a once over, but we'll see with this one because I really went through every pin on the other arm. Yep, there's already, maybe I should not pin that so I see where I'm going. Perfect. This is why I always double and quadruple check everything just to make sure, because you never know. Especially when, like, this project is all over the place because it's so furry and messy. So it's easy to make a mistake. But as I take my pins out, I think I only made one. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. All right, let's see if that's connected. Oh, it is. It is. We can try this on. Thank you, Joy. Thank you. I'm trying to add some color to my wardrobe. I say that every week, but like I literally wore black and blue and for years and years. You know what? Let's try this camera before we do the other one. Okay, let's give it a quick try because next is the fun part. We get to make the collar and then we're done. Awesome. Oh, that's perfect. I was just making sure that there wasn't any any overlapping or anything because sometimes I do make a mistake or two, but this is perfect. Oh, it's a furry mess in here. Oh, that's perfect. Have you heard the wonderful news of godless sewing? Oh. Do you know, for a while now, I've been on this weird quest of godless sewing and the Technicolor coat. I love this. Godless sewing and the furry Technicolor coat. Watch out for that pin. Oh my gosh. They grabbed me. Thank you so much. Thank you, Joy. Thank you so much. After that, we didn't get to see your new machines. I forgot about those. It's such a mess in here. I'll do a little cleaning up. Yay. Okay. So it's gotta stay focused. Let me take a victorious swig of my Stanley Cup. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm not done yet. I have to add the collar. But like most projects, I've already fallen in love with it. The length and everything is perfect. So, like I said, I'm gonna not. Who am I fooling? Let's make the collar because I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna do this and this. Let's see. Let's start cutting our shapes and see what happens. Like I always say. Okay. So I think we can all fit in here at once with the chair, the table, and the mannequin. Ooh, I can definitely fix that mistake. Excuse me. Okay, so let's measure this out. I did not laugh out loud. One reason I'm here. Okay. Okay. So let's measure the neck. Okay, so it's 28, but we're going to go a little bit bigger than that. Let me grab my scraps. Oh, that looks great. It looks great. I love the way it looks. Okay. Oh, you didn't see. No, you didn't see where he grabbed that man. No, there is no one in this room except for me. Oh, trust me, I say this all the time. If one of these mannequins moved, man, you'd see me full sprint out of here. If life's a scary movie, I'm not dying in the first scene. No way. No way. Okay. So let's make the collar. I recycle everything. And this is from my beautiful bag of fabrics that I get downtown. But they're also wonderful for scraps and pieces like this that are going to shed everywhere. Let it snow. Let it snow. Is that the song? Because it is snowing fabric in here. Do you know what's funny? I still find white fuzzy stuff all over. That's from my first coat weeks ago. All right. So I am going to. So it's 28. Where's my thing? We'll go 20. We'll compromise with 29, 30-ish. How about that? Oof. Okay. Okay, perfect. So what I'm going to do is measure out my collar. That fuzzy piece is going to rain everywhere. Oh, man, this stuff sheds. Okay. I'm not quite at my Batman voice yet, but I am almost there. Okay, so that is always trust in the math, even though I always go over. So we'll cap it right there and cut it. Perfect. All right. So I'm trying not to make the huge collar, says the man who makes a huge collar every single time. But this is just such a beautiful. Usually, like last time, I literally just flopped it over like this. But we can't have such a humongous collar, can we? Can we? No, that's too big. That's too big. That's just like a cape. We'll cut this in half and see what each piece looks like. I do, for anyone who's been following me for a while, I do love those giant 1970s collars. I thought I would be over it by now, but I'm like 3 years into still putting 70s collars on everything. Okay. All right. So let's see. Yes, you can do whatever you want. I'm trying to see if I can make a smaller collar, but let's see how this looks. Okay, so it's not smaller, but I love the way it looks. Let's try it. Let's start penning it and see how it looks. Because once I sew this, it's going to look awesome. Oh, if you had told me like 10 years ago that I would be doing this, I would have called you a liar. But now this is what I look forward to on Saturday nights. Awesome. Awesome. Even with my croaky Batman voice. Perfect. All right. I'm going to start pinning this and then we'll sew it and we'll have godless sewing and a multi-functional coat. Well, multi-color coat. Oh, perfect. We're going to see how this looks because I'm going for the not so huge collar this time. And with something like this, you can't necessarily just reverse it. So you got to really know what you want. All right. Perfect. You know what? I can actually get rid of the table. Perfect. It is just sheddy in here. All right. So my table is about to erupt. Oh, man. Good grief. Do you know what's funny? I should have the after party where you guys should see how much cleaning I do in here after every stream. All right. Perfect. All right. This is going to look great. Like I said, I love the huge collar look, but I'm trying to not have every single coat look the same. That's why I made such a huge collar on the red one. Man, this stuff is everywhere. It's on my face, up my nose. This material is everywhere. Perfect. Okay, gotta make sure my collar is still up, that I'm not pinning it to the garment underneath either. Oh. And I know it's a shocker, but I did not go to downtown today because I felt like I had enough materials and I go there so much, I'm like weirdly predictable. I'm sure everyone missed me and was wondering where the loco and the cowboy hat is. Okay. Perfect. All right. Oh, this is going to be awesome. This color, the second I saw this, it made me laugh because this is the same material that somebody wanted $50 a yard for because they didn't know Hobby Lobby exists. All right. Let's start sewing and see what happens. See, he is a macho. That will be cemented in my head now. I want to be. I got to get some footage of Macho Man Randy Savage and that song now. I've been having a problem with my downloader though. AKA Apple is not compatible with anything. So lately my downloader has like ever since my last update, they did something where you cannot have third-party downloads. Well, at least they got rid of all the old ones. Cuz Apple is their own entity. They think they're the only people on the internet. All right. Almost done with this fuzzy guy. This is going to be awesome. Perfect. Perfect. Oop, oop. Don't let me get in your way. Okay. Apple barely is compatible with it. You know, it's so funny. That's actually true because they have cutoff dates for certain phones. Like everybody knows, I have a collection of iPhones here because I've bought every single phone I've ever owned. A six, I have a 6, 7, an 11, and a 14, and the 7 is no longer compatible. At least, I'm sorry, it doesn't take updates. And they do that on purpose. Okay. All right. They truly do believe that it's awful. And don't get me wrong, like I have Apple everything. Certain things are completely awesome. Other things I'm like, this is redundant and why does it exist? But you know, technology is funny that way. All right. Oop. The vacuum's gonna love those pins later. Almost done. All right. Perfect. Oh, don't let the last. There you go. Don't let the last part. Ah, it's always the last. There we go. Perfect. But everything in this room does talk to each other. So that is weird, efficient, and something that Apple, like my phone will talk to my computer, which is cool. When I'm sending photos to myself. Okay. Let me get all of these pins out. I am covered in fuzz. All right, let's see how this collar ended up. Let's take a look. Oh, whoops. We'll do this first. Anticipation. Anticipation. Oh man, the fuzz. I have to take my glasses off. The fuzz is everywhere. Oh man. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, right. I still need to adjust the collar a little bit, but oh, this is beautiful. This is whoa. This is everything that I was aiming for. It looks great. I have to do a little final touches on the collar right here, but this is perfect. Thank you, Joy. Thank you. Oh, I can't wait till winter. This is, you know, what's so funny? Like, people ask me all the time, what do you do with all of this stuff that you make? I wear everything. I wear everything. You look like an ice cream cone. Thank you, Kilroy. I was actually going for the ice cream cone. I am a man covered in fuzz. I do. Hold on. I need the hat. Where's my, let's go with the red hat and my cowboy hat. First, we got to go with the, like, instead of a rhinestone cowboy, it's like an ice cream cowboy. Thank you, Veronica. Thank you. I'm all about fun. I'm all about enjoying my sewing. A lot of the time, like, there's certain projects I do, and I'm like, why did I do this? I am so stressed out. But that's why I tend to lean more towards the fun projects, because this is awesome. Should I put a zipper on this? I bought a bunch of zippers today at Walmart because I'm crazy. Thank you so much to everyone who's made it. We made a coat together. We started from nothing and here we are. Oh, I did not try to make that sound like a rap song. But let's since I'm an equal opportunity person, let's put the red hat on to go for the full ice cream look. If I went to a concert, people wouldn't even flinch at me if I walked in looking like this. I love it. There's always room. Like, I didn't put the collar in as tight as I thought I should, and you know what? I'm going to completely attach the collar here because it's a little bit loose. And so there's a mistake or two, but this is perfect. Oh, I love how these come out. I love how these come out. I'm going to do one more so Joy gets to see it again. I want to see how the collar looks in the back, too. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. And now I'm looking at myself on YouTube. Awesome. This is extremely soft. The other ones, they're way heavier than this. Awesome. Oh. I'm going to grab my coffee real quick and take a break for a second. Awesome. Oh, this is soft. Even sitting on it, it's way soft. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love how bright this is. Heck yeah, this is everything I was going for. Years ago, well, I say years, but like a year ago, it might have been two. I started my quest on Joseph, Joseph in the Technicolor coat, and it all started. I have it actually right here. Let's see if it's marked. Yep, It all started because of this quilt. Whoa, I just hit my mic. But because of this design, I've been trying to make goofy jacket after goofy jacket. And I absolutely love how this came out. I love how this came out. And yes, I keep a giant quilting book under my desk. Because who doesn't? Awesome. Hobby Lobby has rainbow color zippers that separate. I'm glad you said that. I'm gonna go. Well, they're not open tomorrow. I would make a seat cover for my scooter with that and a matching jacket for myself and a beanie. I still have a good amount of leftover. I was thinking about combining all the white, the red, and this. So keep your eyes out for another furry coat. But I don't know how much material I have left because I cut wide when I do projects. That's triptastic. Thank you. Thank you. I love trippy stuff like this. Awesome. So, oh man, I am ecstatic. This is yet another crazy victory here in the House of Sewing. I love how this kill came out, and this is this is soft. I don't mean to be obscene on YouTube, but this is soft. And for anyone tuning in, I lost my voice, and I am slowly losing my voice. So if I start sounding like Christian Bale's Batman, I'm apologizing now. It's been a crazy day, and this is a good cap on the crazy day I've had, because for some reason earlier it seemed like everything that could go wrong was, but that's pretty much everyday life. Whereas all these days, oh, that looks, I need to put my glasses on. I can't even see the screen anymore. I am so blind. Oh. That looks Plur Raver Kid approved. Oh, Alibaba. I miss Alibaba too. People, things happen. People have lives, I miss Alibaba as well. Alibaba is our professor of sewing. I have about 10 questions for Alibaba. I agree. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I'm so glad that I purchased this material. This looks great. And the color really pops. So, no buttons. I'm definitely going to add that psychedelic zipper that Veronica was talking about, because now that I'm putting this together, that would look awesome with a trippy zipper. But who knows? I bought a ton of zippers today, so I might get bored tonight. But I've never added a zipper to a fuzzy coat, so that might be something worth adding in a video, because it's something I've never done before. Oh, man. Well, I feel like I have my mission accomplished. I'm gonna go for a little bit longer, but this coat is perfect, and it's much lighter than my red coat, so I can actually wear this a little bit longer than my other one. He absolutely is. Did you buy the box of zippers? No, the guy kind of thought that like I was from outer space for like offering him a certain amount of money. The box is 5 by 5, and I'm 5'9", and it comes up to my waist with my cowboy boots on, and my cowboy boots give me the illusion of height. So that box is huge. The zipper box is so huge that I can jump in it. I have to stabilize somehow, unless the core is very stable. I have found with my fuzzy stuff. That's very true. That's very true. I didn't think about that. Speaking of stabilizer, I've been using my stabilizer, and my brother PE 535 works wonders when you actually use it for its intended purpose. Just buy the damn zipper box and be done. Yeah, but Hobby Lobby's not open on Sundays. That's my only beef. Oh, he didn't think you would. Little did he know. And it's not just Hobby Lobby. Like half of the stores in downtown are closed on Sundays. You know, I get it. People need a day off. So in no way, shape, or form am I like boo-hooing or saying, oh, woe is me. But you know, I like to get things done on Sundays as well. But that's okay because I made this awesome coat. Let's take a look one more time. Whoops. I absolutely love how this came out. The size, everything, the way it looks, it's perfect. And with someone of my complexion, this really pops. This coat really pops. So if I was standing in a crowd, would you be able to play Where's Godless Sewing? Oh, and apparently I'm going to go to Rooster's Relics tomorrow because Evan just said they had a ton of fabric. So I will definitely check that out. Now I'm even more curious of what kind of fabric he got at an antique store. Oh, this is perfect with the sizing and everything. I love how this came out. I'm not trying to turn my back to you, but I want you guys to see. I tried to make the back a little bit longer than the front, and it came out perfect. I can kind of see it on the side, but it looks perfect. And I'm finally getting a good look at what the design looks like, too. This was definitely, definitely worth it. As he coughs his brains out. Awesome. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to throw this on the mannequin. And I'm trying to think, did I even plug in my Singer Fashion Mate? I don't even know if I plugged that thing in or not. Because I was taking pictures of it because it was so beautiful, but I don't believe I've plugged it in yet. I am covered in fuzz. All right. Oh, that thing shines. Awesome. Awesome. So I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning up and then I'll pull out my Fashion Mate sewing machine. Oh. I have my scrap bag right here, but it is a freaking mess in here. And the thing about when there's fur flying everywhere, I'm gonna be finding this stuff months later, like in a machine somewhere. Awesome. That looks like a really cool bath towel that you want to wear. Oh. Oh, there is fuzz everywhere in this room. It literally looks like it's snowing in here. Fuzz is a permanent part of your life now. Fuzz is like, I live here now. This is where we live. Oh, mess. That's okay. It was fun. It was worth making that fuzzy mess. I'm gonna let the fuzz settle down for just a second before I pull out my fashion mate. Well, I'll pull it out, but it's gonna take a second because there is fuzz flying in this room everywhere. Oh man, that was an adventure and a half. This lighting does not do me justice. This stuff is everywhere. That's okay. But like Kilroy said, the fuzz is permanent. I don't know if you can see that fuzz literally flying. Okay, let's grab the fashion mate. I wish Alibaba was here because I can't remember what year this is from. Oh, it reminds me of an old Jinko sweater I had with a kangaroo pocket and a funnel neck with a drawstring. I just remembered it. It was bright as parking code orange. I love that. I love that. We need to bring those colors back into society. Oh, there's my Visine. Oh, right. That has to be a solid like 45, 40 pounds. Okay, remove my camera over just a little bit. This is a fashion mate. I believe this is the one with the belt. Oh, that's right. Is this the one missing the belt? This is missing the belt. I'm like, I haven't fired it yet because it's missing the belt. But I also have my my Singer 232. But first off, this is beautiful. I have a fashion mate literally on the other side. I'm just going to harvest the belt to this thing. But one of the reasons I buy these older machines is because every year Singer would switch up something. They would make something different every single year. Look at that. That is not a normal Singer. That is not a normal Singer anything. I'm all about loose and baggy. I am too, depending on the situation. But I do love, a good baggy pair of pants. All right, so we're not going to plug this one in. But the beautiful thing about this is that this has all original parts. And that's important because over the years, a lot of people would Frankenstein these machines. I can't wait to get this going. I can tell just by the way that it turns that it's going to work. And the most important thing is that it still has its bobbin. Because when you buy a refurbished machine, you never know if it has its bobbin or not. And certain brands have special bobbins. So that's like the most important. I'm gonna grab my other one. It was a mess. This is gonna be an easy fix. So let's put this back where it was. These things are solid. Of course, it's covered in fuzz. Oh man, for all of my thrifting people, today I bought this book. It has a ton of ideas about sewing in it. I was so stoked when I found this today. If you flip, which I think I put the receipt in there, it has a whole curriculum on sewing. I was so stoked when I found this. I was like, are you kidding me? So I'm going to go off about this book. I will definitely be using that in the future. So I've been soaking this for a while. Let's fire it up and see if it works. And then I will let you guys go, because I know listening to Batman ramble is I'm kidding. All right. All right, let's see. So the other day when I plugged this in, I had it going, it was ripping, and then it started smoking. Let me tell you, smoking is unhealthy in humans and sewing machines. Oh, come on, turn over. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, the bottom winder's on. Let's see if that helps. Oh, it wants to work. See, this one was considered non-op. It wasn't even moving. And so the fact, come on, you were working earlier. But the problem with these motors is they will let you know right away if they are overworked because they start smoking. They need to bring back home ec. I agree. Do you know, I was going through the home ec curriculum. It's actually quite extensive. I was surprised. It's not like you'll get the opportunity to teach everything in a semester, but like, you know, it's actually really, really extensive. So this guy definitely still needs some help. Let me see if my oil trick works. But like I said, this thing started smoking the other day, and smoking is bad for humans. It's even worse when it comes to sewing machines. All right. There we go. Got some oil, and then it seized again. So this one's definitely going to need some love, but it's a beautiful addition to the fleet. The fashion mate, I can't wait to get that thing going. All right. So we're going to give that a break because I guarantee you that's going to start smoking again in a minute or two. But I'm stoked. And I got these at a price where it's really negotiable. Like this perfect price I paid for this. I was thinking about taking the motor off, but the thing like this is that the light is wired into the motor. So if I was to take it apart, I would have to take the light off and replace the light. One thing about Singer is that these are all original parts. So unless I have a complete replacement, I probably won't do that. But that machine is slowly coming back to life. Oh man, there's fuzz all over this thing. I'm actually really stoked about the home ec book. There's a whole curriculum. So if I slip something on you, you're like, where did that come from? It's not left field. It came from this book. All right. So we've laughed, we've cried. It's been a great evening. I want to thank everybody. Honestly, I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you guys. I want to thank you so much, Joy. I want to thank everybody who's joined the live stream, everyone who's has subscribed recently because of Pam. I thank everybody who's here. So I want you to know that I am truly grateful for everyone who subscribes to my nutty channel. I am all about having fun, being at 10 at all moments, and enjoying myself. Because why are we here if we're not enjoying ourselves? You know, I'm not here to be a debate bro or to start fights with people. So I thank you guys. I absolutely thank you. Thank you so much, Joy. I'll be back at it on Monday. Everybody should go check out Phoenix Electra at the Phoenix Electra Circus channel. I'll probably be at it tomorrow, but I have a few things I have to do, so I might be late or I might be there. Who knows? Go check out Phoenix's channel. I'll be back at it for sure on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. So until next time, and like I always say, you exactly be there or be square. I do need to rest my voice. That's why like I'm home alone. So like I probably will not be talking for the rest of the evening, which is like a shocker to some people. But I sincerely want to thank everybody. Anyone who's made it this far from the future or in the future, I absolutely thank you. And like I always say, reinforce your seams, be yourself, and I will definitely see you next time.